Hey, what's up? We're back at you with another video. Today, we are looking at Owamie Nechibazwauru, who is blasting Penwell for a tweet that it seems Penwell tweeted earlier regarding the Cwecwe situation. He said that there's no evidence and no witnesses, and at this point, we are not even sure if a rape took place, and the credibility of a 7-year-old is not one that is serious, so the case may not go nowhere. And that post has been deleted. And I see on Penwell's channel right now he's got a video just dropped 6 hours ago. It says, "Justice for Cwecwe, an apology, an explanation." And so it's a video that is 1 hour and 4 minutes long. So let's get into this one to hear what the gripe is regarding this.
Hi my ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie Nechibazwauru, aka Miss Via, for going back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and also hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, let's go ahead and talk about this nonsense that I actually saw. Penwell, sir, you are getting on my last nerve. You came out here and you spoke about how women over the age of 35 were expired. I never said anything. I let it be. And let me tell you something about Penwell. I met Penwell, right? When I met him, the first thing that he said to me was, "Why do you hate me so much?" And I looked at him. I'm like, in my mind, I was like, "Sir, I don't even know you to hate you." Number two, I hate nobody but Satan. Okay, hate is a very strong word, but yes, I don't like you now. Now it's official. You is somebody that I do not like. I do not like you right now. 1,000%. You don't piss me off. You pissed me off, Shibubu. You pissed me, and I'm being honest. Okay. Anyway. Penwell says he's commenting on the case of Cwecwe, right? No foreign DNA was found inside 7-year-old Cwecwe. There's no witness. I don't see this case going any further. To be honest, the credibility of a 7-year-old is also questionable. Even if she pointed out the perpetrator, at this point, we can't even confirm if she was really raped. Now, obviously, I'm just not saying the word or not. It's tough. At this point, we can't even confirm. Did you watch the interview or you are just talking? Did you hear what the mother said or you're just...
And there was also the Minister of Women and Disabled Persons. She came out saying that there's definitely confirmed from medical people. She's received reports that there definitely was. I also did a video saying that there's no evidence and there's no witnesses. I never meant to say or suggest, and I've seen some people hop into the comments, those who've misunderstood really. For the most part, people are sharing my concern about the lack of evidence and the mother's sketchy story. There's something that is imbalanced about it, and it was very strange as well that she got into a car accident on the way to, was it a media briefing? Owamie, honestly, there is a lot that is sketchy there. Another element that is sketchy here has been, there's been a fundraising where people can sign a petition and deposit money into an account that says will aid in all of these things. There's been influencers who have come out saying, "I want to deposit money. Where can I see a link? Show me one, show me an account." And this petition website where people are putting money in is a website that is based in Finland. It's a website with no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no YouTube channel, no YouTube video. The website itself, when you go through it, it looks like a dodgy website that can be started by somebody in Soweto. And so as there's been mobilization on the ground, there's been money being asked for. These things are happening at the same time. And so there's also suspicion. If you heard the same person who confirmed that the child did get raped, the minister, she said that the search must go wider to accommodate even the parents' suspicion towards the father and family members as well. And according to reports, the principal was not at the school on the day that they say this happened. So this is being pointed towards the household. But let's keep listening to what you are saying.
choking. For the fact that the child was in hospital for over a week, if not almost 2 weeks, that is not, your words, that is not confirmation enough. For the fact that a doctor said that there was double penetration, both front and back, that is not confirmation enough. It's not to you. And the thing that shocks me is Penwell has 7 children that he has confirmed to us with 5 different women. You are a father of too many children for you to be that reckless with your mouth, with your fingers, with your thoughts. You are too reckless. Because one thing I can tell you is a man that has 7 kids with 5 women is not with all his children at all times. You don't see all your children every night, because I doubt all these children live under the same roof.
Now, here is the irony. This child, it is being suspected, has been violated under supervision of parents, in proximity to the parents' friends, in proximity to her family members. So, Owamie, I know it is something that Penwell gets shamed for very regularly, having so many children. And he has not spoken his desire to stop. He has not spoken his regret for going this path. In fact, while he's been on this path, he's been glorifying Cwecwe bafana. I'll piece a video of him saying something like that here. Hey, some quick shameless self-promotion over here. If you love and enjoy this channel, and you also happen to love dope gadgets, you can support my new baby, my new startup, my new retail venture, Gadget Plug. In case you've only ever known me as a YouTuber, you'll be glad to know that I'm also a wedding and documentary film producer, pro video editor, and all-round entrepreneur with a love for high-end gadgets like cinema cameras, gaming consoles, powerful GPUs, computers, and mobile phones. And my electronic store Gadget Plug is your new go-to place for the latest and greatest in tech. We're talking real gadgets, real quality, real quick, at the best prices in all of South Africa. To know more about this, head on over to my website imneo.co.za and check out my e-commerce store today. As we officially kick off business, Gadget Plug has stock right now of iPhone 16 Pro Max in 256 and 512 gig at 25,000 and 28,000 respectively. Simply press the green button at the bottom of my website if you want to inquire, and one of my friendly customer service agents will attend to you. Thank you very much for your support. And now back to the video.
The power comes in numbers. That means mele shaukwai baba ube dengane iningi.
So in Cwecwe like this, we see his life and his philosophy has ran him into some issues, because he's now also been going on shows and TV saying that he won't be paying child maintenance. He's facing issues with his baby mamas who won't let him see his children. They are giving him stress. So the repercussions are arriving. That path is wrong to take. It's an immoral path. The path that pagans like, people who don't want to follow marriage as per God's guideline. So he's getting attacked for all of this, and reality is serving him, and you are attacking him for these many children. But I think you may find yourself kind of wrong and kind of regretting bringing up his children and him having to be there as a way to protect them. But this child was under supervision of parents. So your insults or your criticism of him and his children may seem quite personal to you. It may not substantiate what you are trying to explain about the safety of a child with parents here. But let's continue listening.
So for you to be a parent of too many children and you come out and you say nonsense like this, bruh, you are twisted. You are really, really twisted. For the fact that you actually typed this, you read this and you posted, like, are you okay? Are you really okay? Anyway, he did come out with an apology after, right? So let me go ahead and read you guys the apology. This is what he said. Apology for my earlier post about the case. This morning I posted a tweet saying, no foreign DNA was found inside 7-year-old Cwecwe. There are no witnesses. I don't see this case going any further, to be honest. The credibility of a 7-year-old is also questionable, even if she points out the perpetrator. At this point, we can't even confirm if she was really raped or not. It's tough. Many people took offense to the post and
There is confirmation that something happened. The mystery now is who did it? And I see that activists are still shouting and admonishing and reprimanding the police, calling them to question for how long this took, why there's suddenly attention being brought on this. And I think the time for that is played out. If the mother has gone to so many podcasts and she has raised attention for this and it is now getting the attention that it deserves, let's focus now on who did this. Let's focus on the mother's story. She was supposed to go to some media briefing. I think that some lawyers may have told her, hey, your story is one that is going to be interrogated a bit more now that this is fiery like this. Stop now going on podcasts. Stop now posting videos because there's already conflicts with what you have said and has been posted. And now should you go and say something else on the news, there will be problems. You may bring discredit to this case by virtue of what you say. So she didn't get there.
I then deleted it after a few minutes. However, some people had already screen grabbed it and started resharing. Firstly, I apologize to everyone who was offended by the post. That was not my intention, hence why I deleted it once people called me out. Secondly, I'm fully aware that R is a very sensitive crime, worse when it's a young child. We must protect our children at all times and make them feel safe and heard. I was wrong to use the wording I used. We should listen to and believe children when they tell us about what they've experienced.
Yeah, that part is correct. He should apologize for that. Kids can be believed. Kids that old are believable, definitely. The question is DNA. What passes in a court? Who was a witness to this? So that's why we had the SAPS giving a press briefing saying there's no evidence and no witnesses. No evidence meaning that doesn't mean this didn't happen. It just means there wasn't enough evidence that meets the standard of police to open a case. That means quickly, straight after the incident, a child is taken to a doctor, a hospital. There's DNA collected and stored, and then the police open a case. There's a chart that shows the body of the person who is the victim, and it shows where you can mark scratches, bruises, blood, stab wounds, etc. So when a police case is open for rape, there's that which demonstrates where there's currently harm, so that is kept as paperwork for the judge to look at. The judge will be dealing with somebody who's healed in front of them. Let's say you're a witness who is able to stand and give testimony. Months later after the crime, you will have received treatment, you will have healed, but there needs to be photographs of where one has been hurt. There needs to be evidence, DNA collected if it's available, and there needs to be diagrams showing this to the judge. But the child can be believed. If a child comes and says this happened with a proper questioning by a parent who knows the child, the truth can be arrived at, and the testimony of a child is one that is considered. The police psychologists will put a child in a safe room and have them demonstrate what is it that happened to them. They'll give them a picture, a doll. They'll give a child a pencil or a pen to demonstrate what happened to them. That's kind of the process. And in this regard, there's none of that evidence.
Just confirmed that she was raped. I was out of line for what I wrote, even though my intentions were never malicious. I apologize for the post to the victim and her family. I am sorry. I withdrew the post and severely, and hope that Cwecwe and her family will get justice. To all parents of young children, please stay vigilant and protect your kids as far as you can. I hope all of us can learn from this story and find ways to keep our children safe from predators. Thank you. So then he says, Penwell, for me, the fact that you already thought and you worded it the way that you wanted to word it, that apology for me is just, I don't think you're apologizing for what you wrote. You're apologizing because it offended people. That's my take on it. I really honestly don't get that part, because yes, it is true. Your post came off as, it means even if a 7-year-old comes home and says, I was sexually assaulted by that person, we should start saying, but this is a 7-year-old, the credibility, or for this child to actually point to that person, how sure are we, and stuff like that. And that is not the movement that we're going for, especially in the pandemic that we're going under, where our children are literally getting molested. Trust me, a 7-year-old is grown enough to can point who hurt them, more than grown. If we're victims that are remembering things that happened when they were 5, a 7-year-old is older than that. His apology trended. People were basically saying that, no, we don't accept your apology. And I think that at this point, looking at Penwell is part of the Afriforum, isn't it? unless if he withdrew. But from what I know, he's part of the Afriforum. The same Afriforum that stepped in to try, in my opinion, I feel like it was protecting. I don't care how they try word it, but if there's a man who they're saying there's a child that was molested, and they're saying we need the DNA. We're not even saying jail this person. We're saying bring the DNA. You step in. What are you saying? Ogaman, you are a black man. Never forget.
And by the way, Owamie, the Afriforum whom you're speaking about are representatives of the white man that you've done a video about. You're saying the principal never submitted his DNA. Why is this white man, so protected? It's a video that came out before this one. Owamie, you've been doing this for a long time. You know that you can get sued. That man went and approached the Afriforum to protect him from content creators and news who may want to latch on, take his picture, put it in a thumbnail, trend, raise funds falsely. So the man, your video being 2 hours ago, it's 3 p.m. right now. It means this came out K1. It means that you shot it this morning. And 2 days ago already, we got news that says there's no DNA on the child. So the man, the teacher, the principal, if he was to even submit his DNA, there's nothing to compare it against. And I don't even understand why the other people as well have submitted DNA. If there's nothing to compare it with, if the mother knows that there was no DNA found on the child, and Afriforum says that the pressure on the principal to give his DNA is because the mother started pushing for it. She started saying, we need it, I want it, I have to have it. But the question is, what will it be compared against? And the fact that he wasn't there on the day, what makes him still questionable for you? But we will all understand this. You are asking the question that you need to ask. Let's just finish. Just watch out, the Afriforum and that man not sue you.
You are a father of a lot of children. Never forget that. Never. That was very insensitive. And for me, that was very dumb. I don't even want to lie. It was such a dumb statement that you made. Very dumb. Very. You're smarter than that. Come on. You're smarter than that. And from a father, Nohal, so disappointing. So disappointing. I hope that you will actually find your roots again. And that's my opinion. I feel like you're lost. Recoup, come back and think. Because as I said, the amount of children you have, with the amount of baby mamas you have, I doubt you sleep in the same house with all your children every night as a father should. I don't think so. You don't know what's happening with some of your kids when they're out there because you didn't go to bed with them. You didn't wake up with them in the same house. That was just so ignorant. That was really ignorant. Absolutely. 1,000%. Disrespect us all you want. At this point, as a woman, if you say anything, whatever they say, we don't even care. But when it comes to children, no. When it comes to children, we will stand 10 toes. We'll even borrow our siblings' toes. So 30 toes down on the ground, under the sand, very secure there. There's no way. Reevaluate yourself. And before you post anything that has to do with anything that is sensitive, clearly maybe you're not somebody that is emotionally matured. You understand? You can be brilliant and lack emotional maturity to read the room because you clearly didn't. We're fighting for a DNA here where we were misled and made to believe that his DNA was submitted, though his name was not mentioned, but the way it came out, it was like, okay, his DNA was submitted. Only now we're finding out that his DNA was never even taken. We're fighting for that. You are out here wanting people to question the credibility of a 7-year-old. You are not okay. You are not.
I am questioning the credibility of the parents. Since this is now in their court, and even the Minister of Women and Disabled People has said that this needs to go in that direction.
Stay out of these topics if you have nothing sensible to say. And as for the apology that you gave to the public, did seem like Twitter users did not take it. Neither am I. We're going to just put you to the side, but what you did was very wrong. Very wrong. And we're going to comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, it was all right. Love you guys.
And that's it from me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Keep track of this situation. We will see where it all ends up. I will see you next time.